There are no secrets from me.
We just learn slowly. What are you saying, kid?
Are y'all ready?
I made a mocha coffee. I made a mocha. It's got whipped cream and caramel, and it's good. I like it a lot.
But
Yeah.
Spencer, are
Hayden
you
nor
ready?
Andrew like caramel.
What did you say again?
I like caramel.
All right.
Caramel bad. Hot take. Caramel bad.
Really?
Awful.
Hayden has never liked caramel, and it's an abomination.
Awful.
Really?
Like caramel.
What about it displeases you, my good sir?
A lot of times it's the unnecessary like thick texture that it adds to things.
Okay.
But taste wise, it's like a weird type of sweet.
Me
Like
personally,
the best
I
type of
like
sweet.
things unnecessarily thick.
It's
Heard, Andrew. Heard.
it's a type of
Take
sweet
that out of
that's, like,
context. Somebody take that out of context.
It's a type of sweet that's like between chocolate and fruity, and I don't like that.
Got it.
You know what? Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion,
Fruity.
even when it's wrong. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion.
Agreed.
I'm ready to start. Let's play D&D.
Andrew, how are we doing the order for fun facts?
Kennedy told me she had one already pre-prepared, which is I think the first time that's ever happened. So, for any of us. So if she wants to go first, give y'all time some prep.
Yes, I want to go first.
All right, hit us with your creme brulee fact.
Okay, so last week we were talking about, or like whenever we last recorded, we were talking about how Krem's family has this special type of poison,
Yes.
right? That runs in the organization that she works with. Well,
Cleave.
the cleave, yes, we love the cleave. Well, when Krem was first being taught how to make this poison, her mom was actually the one who taught her how to make it, and she originally showed her how to make it by infusing chocolate with it, so it would taste good, so you couldn't really taste the poison. But what's funny about this is now Krem's one of her favorite things to eat dessert-wise is that chocolate because it reminds her of making those chocolates with her mom. So yeah.
The chocolate with the poison in it?
Yes.
Okay. So okay, yeah, that's a dangerous game to play.
But she always knows the antidote. Like Krem knows how to make the antidote and also knows how to does that make sense?
What was the poison called again? It was like kissing willow or something like that. It was
Oh, I don't remember what it was called. I think I wrote it down. Let me look.
I think I wrote it down. Let me look. Yeah.
And it was because like true love's kiss is what actually, or like a kiss from someone who loves you.
Yeah. Where you have the antidote. Why do I feel like this is gonna come up this episode? Like she's gonna pull it out, be like, "Here's some chocolate, guys." Oh no, I feel like we're being reminded. Like, we get some good foreshadowing here. It's my DM sense tingling.
That's my little Krem fact is that she likes to eat that poisonous chocolate because it reminds her of her mom.
Amazing. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'm good. I can do it.
All right, Spencer, hit us with your JD fact.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Spencer Birmingham. I forget what our DM calls me. I've been
made of titles.
I'm the musical man. I'm the musical boy. I'm the musical boy that does musical things, and I also play JD, Johnston Davidson, the quirky cleric of the group.
Ooh, I like that.
Johnston's fun fact is that up until the last episode, he has never kissed anyone. Not once in his entire life, which is really kind of astonishing for the amount of riz that he has. because he lived with his family in
Yeah.
this kind of commune area, it was really incest was discouraged, rightfully so. So
Right.
he every now and then, like, someone that wasn't family would come through, and he definitely, like, first few times that happened, especially as an adult, he was like, my chances now. I'm just gonna seduce them while they're
I
in
like
here
to
for like a
think
day.
that like whenever like someone showed up to this little like commune in the woods, all of a sudden they were greeted with like the sluttiest elves they could
Yes.
possibly
I
imagine.
mean, like,
Like they
yes
just
and no.
enter,
Go.
they just enter and they're like, "Oh wow, where are we? We came here to like trade honey and bread, and you're just like, you know, got all that out. Okay,
50
Dude,
elves with nothing but nipple coverings just come out like, hey,
you guys have like money, or is this how we do things here?"
what are you doing later tonight?
did JD
But
ever have like a moment where he was trying to seduce someone and then like someone was like, "Hey, that's a distant cousin. You can't." Like,
I wasn't thinking about that when I said this fun fact. I bet that happened once or twice. I bet it did. Like, he was just like going after this new beautiful elf maiden in the area, and one of his older brothers was like, "Dog, that is your cousin." At some point during his escapades of seduction, uh, he actually did spend an extended period of time with one of these visitors, and kind of realized that it's really a dick move just to try to seduce everyone that comes through your house. Because
I mean,
after
new
spending
news
like
to me.
after spending like I think he like
DM
was her she was in a like a cleric as well, like that was her vibe, and he was like assisting her, and in the course of assisting her he found out she like was married and had kids, and he's like never thought about these people passing through as anything but like, for lack of a better way to say it, fresh meat, and like had total perspective shift, and he was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And like I think that happened probably at like 160 170, and for like
That's a good age.
last 40 years or so he's just been chilling, and like to the point that he was like blindsided by this entire situation that happened last episode.
Excellent. Excellent news.
That's all. That was a long fun fact. Sorry.
No,
Man,
it's good. I like it.
Prem compared to JD's kiss count, crazy.
Yeah, somebody got experience. Hayden, would you like to give us a fun fact about your character?
absolutely. I am Hayden. I am our editor, and I play the wonderful, now discovered changeling, Jesse. Or if you've listened to the Pocket episode, anything. I think a fun fact for Jesse, and I'm going to try to keep it in kind of like this almost like Valentine's-ish theme that we've got going on with like chocolates and kiss. I think that Jesse has never realized that a type of deception can be seduction.
Oh, I like that.
I think that they just have never had that thought because they were always so focused on like, okay, I need to think around what I want to say instead of just like, nope, I can just distract the person. They've never realized that, and I still don't know if they have.
That's really interesting. I mean, there wasn't really much time for that given your past, so
Oh, absolutely.
it makes sense. And I didn't even realize we were doing a Valentine's theme kind of thing there. But I guess my fun fact about a character has to be that too. So pick wisely.
Oh yeah. Also for context, because I know that this episode is probably going to come out in like April or May. We were recording this like 3 days after Valentine's.
Yeah, which was fun, by the way. What did you guys do? Damn.
Me and Kennedy are actually doing something today for it. We're making cookies. So
Beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful,
that's cool.
beautiful.
yeah, it's
Andrew?
gonna be cute.
Andrew, I know you and I are single.
Yeah.
Small
Okay,
rabbit
don't
hole.
stop lying on our personal lives.
Okay, never mind. I won't rabbit hole.
Yeah, peek on the private life of a character of your choice.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Reach out to us
Um,
on Instagram and Twitter.
Please
And
don't.
TikTok.
Oh yeah, we're about
Not
to
me.
get TikTok,
Yeah.
Take me on a date. Take me out for dinner, baby.
but only message the the actual podcast account.
Yeah.
Do not
yeah,
find our
only the-
personal
yeah, we're not-
accounts.
yeah, it won't. We won't respond.
I might.
But you can absolutely
That's
message.
fair.
You can absolutely message the Spitfire Squires. Hey, want some fuck? And
No, Hayden, shut up. Okay, whore mouth, shut up.
Spelled the letter U, WNT, space FUK.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
the story that I want to hear about is Marion today for Valentine's theme.
yes, we need to hear about
Marion.
Marion.
Ooh.
Okay. Marion is she is an ace in the hole is what I'm gonna say. If you guys know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Nah, I have no clue.
So
She is asexual.
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, that's her Valentine's Day fact. She just kind of enjoys people's presences, and she doesn't really
She a
go for
romantic?
any of that naughty shenanigans like you guys do.
Is she a romantic?
I mean, yeah, she knows like what romance and romantic things are, and she kind of likes that, but it's not like she can fall in love with someone, but it's not like I
Yeah.
like this because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. It's so yeah. When I think I understand the difference between those things. I am a straight white male.
Yeah. It's just like
don't kill
not-
me.
I'm not-
It's just not concerned with the sexual aspect of it, but there is the
Yes.
like, oh, I can love
So-
someone.
Still likes romance. Still likes being taken out to dinner and getting flowers and all that good
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, that's her fun fact. Pretty simple.
Bada bing.
Yeah.
Bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I think
We had. Go on.
I think next time we should discuss all of our characters' sexualities. I feel like that would be a fun little. If we haven't done that already.
I mean, I'm not gonna force anybody to do any of that, but if you feel like it.
Heard. Okay, let's start the podcast.
All right, we ready to roll an intro?
Yeah, let's do the intro.
Hey,
Drop
I'm
it right
doing an
after you said
intro
let's do the
here.
podcast. Just your average kind of scholars in a world of mystery and sacred altars. Together we will make it through. Together we will find the truth. Class is in session and with zero direction, we're gonna pass the test. Draconic aggression and ghostly possession. College really is the best. The odds are stacked against us, and our GPAs should not be discussed. I promise I will educate until I graduate.
Well, gee, a lot happened last time. I think we had so much happen that we had to split it up into 2 episodes like we usually do. But does anybody want to kind of like guess or like kind of tell me what they remember happening so I can kind of fill in the gaps accordingly?
I got this because I have re-listened to that stuff.
Ew.
So, we got back. We got our grade. There was some shit talk with the group of Castillo. We got some new magic items. A lot of them based around college. Let's see, ate cinnamon bread. I remember that.
Cinnamon bread.
Bread.
We began our obsession. And then, what was it? We went to a party.
Party.
JD got put into 7 Minutes in Heaven via Truth or Dare. Also revealed that he had a crush on both Marion and Silran. He got thrown in with Silran, because apparently that was the point of the party. Meanwhile, Krem discovered that Jesse is a changeling. And then during
Through
their
mushrooms.
conversation, yes, through doing hallucinogenic mushrooms, then
Yeah.
during their hallway conversation about it, Jesse went back into the party. Krem saw a figure in the distance and went after it. Discovered that there was a golem of some sort, or like a shield warden, something,
Yeah.
going into the principal's office. While she was fighting that with the help of Patel, who joined in via psychic link, Jesse and JD did their truth or dare stuff. Jesse and Marion went on a walk after she could see through the closet that 7 Minutes in Heaven was happening in. And Jesse revealed to her that he's a changeling. Then we all got the alert to go help Krem. We got caught by school, like, security. And I think that we're on the way to somewhere.
I dropped a link in the chat again, I think, recently today. Nope. But I'll drop the link in for the map if we want to be on there just for the time being. But yeah, that's pretty much a good summary of what happened.
Yeah.
If I forgot anything, then it'll come up later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I do think that what was I saying? I do think that JD was leading the guards away from the golem, because like the golem was still something that I thought we were chasing. Like, he
Yeah,
wasn't
Krem
gone
was
yet.
following.
So
Like, Krem was following, JD's doing distractions.
So what happened was the golem robot guardian thing had been stepping into the ethereal plane to kind of bypass barriers and restrictions and whatnot. And as y'all were fighting it, you failed to stop it from yet again stepping into the ethereal plane, and it walked out of the archive, past all the guards, through the cave, and through the door, the big gates that basically episode 1 was built around. And it stepped through it, and you were unable to get past it, and you don't know where it went. So in order to open the gate or some other way, you'd have to figure out how to get through the gate in order to continue your pursuit. You guys used, I think it was Castio's voice as a distraction to lead the guards out into the hallway to figure out what was going on. And then you were told that you needed to get sent to basically Professor Mollywog's office for a talking to. So yeah, do y'all have a link for the little map?
Wait. We're already getting sent to Professor Mollywog's office? I thought we were like saving Castio.
Yeah, y'all were brought out into the cave to kind of look around for Castio, and that's kind of where we left off.
Okay.
Is there... Can we kind of, like, see through the thing that, like, down the hallway that goes to, like, the portals and stuff?
Yeah, y'all have run out past the little waiting area for the principal's office. You're down in the cave where you fought the Oni. And Krem is basically against the door. I don't know if she's slamming her fist in rage against it or trying to figure out a way through it, because the Guardian stepped through it. And you are still on this plane, so you're kind of restricted to this plane's rules.
And is there, like, a gap in that door that, like, I can see through to the other side of it?
Make a perception check.
Let's make a little perception check. -1.
I almost forgot this rule. I mean, this game has rules like rolling dice.
That's a 7.
7. This door is shut and sealed very tightly. They want to keep any sort of creature from getting in, anything like a slime that could slip through underneath the crack, or like some sort of gaseous creature slipping through. It is a very well-maintained gate.
Understood.
I'm gonna psychically tell everyone, do you want me to chase after this thing? Or do we want to leave it be and tell whoever we need to tell?
Krem, I desperately want you to chase after that thing.
I just don't want to go alone.
I don't know what position we're in.
It doesn't seem to want to attack you. It just seems to want to get away. Just if you can follow it at a safe distance until we can catch up. This psychic link thing goes for miles. As long as you're not miles away, we're good. If you start to be miles away, stop.
Okay. Then, okay, I know from past experience that there's a lever in this little control room that opens that door, right?
Yes, there are 2 levers that you figured out have to be switched simultaneously in order to open the gates, in order to get through. On the map, you can see that there are like a bunch of guards in this room, and their security is much beefier since the last incident happened. So you'd have to make a series of good stealth checks, or kill some people, or something.
Mm.
Can I cast thaumaturgy again?
Yeah, sure. You
So
have to make a sleight of hand check to see if you can get away without like them noticing it's you.
does it
If
need to
it
be
has
sleight?
like,
Does it need to be sleight of
there's-
hand?
I think it does. I think that's one of the rules.
Okay. All right.
It's like
Nice.
somatic and like vocal for thaumaturgy, isn't it?
Thaumaturgy is one action. You manifest a minor wonder. Da, 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 da. It doesn't say anything about vocal, but like whatever, DM rules.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the sound of my voice shaking as I throw my dice.
It's
That's-
verbal, I think.
It's not good. It's a 9.
9. Okay, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna do?
I was gonna slam a door.
Oh,
I know
okay.
that there's a door out in the hallway beyond us, and I think the way I would make the argument that they have to make an intelligence check to put 2 and 2 together on this one.
That's
I just
what
kind of
was going
like
to do.
I just kind of like flicked my hand, like spasmodically, and then a door in the direction of the cry that we heard, like bursts open and cracks against the stone walls around it. It has to be unlocked, so it's just a door out in the hallway beyond. Hopefully, a door that leads down other hallways and not like a dormitory or something like that. That's my goal here.
Okay. Let them make an intelligence check then. Nat 1. Okay.
Sick.
That's a great way to start the session. So what you do is you these are not smart guards. They were chasing Bentley for a while. That's just the headcanon I have.
Hell yeah.
So basically you come running out into this hallway and like where is this cry? And they hear a loud slamming noise coming from your perspective, the left. And they're like, over there, the perpetrator's trying to get away. And they run down the hallway. I'm going to even say they don't have the intelligence to remember to take y'all if you wanted to try and like do something else. They'll just be like, stay here. We're going to follow that.
Yep, we're staying
And
here.
they're going to kind of go down this hallway.
And so all of these guards around us are just leaving?
All the guards that there are going out. The people in the guard station are going to stay because they have different duties. But yeah.
I'm going to head down here, and can I see like from this spot into let's see if I can I see into here?
You have been in there before, so just kind of using your previous memory. You couldn't see it from that angle, especially considering the door is closed there.
Like, I didn't know if there were like
But-
bars on the doors or something like that.
Yeah, on the outside here there are bars on the outside wall that kind of like peek in if you wanted to talk to a guard inside. But when you look in, there's like a metal door that kind of blocks you from seeing further in. But you know from experience that past that there is a little station for putting on gear. Past that is a room with a lever in it, and then off to the right is a break room along with another lever.
I'm going to say in the psychic connection, Krim, if you can handle one of these levers like last time, I can get the other, I think.
I'm gonna say back, counter offer. You're a changeling. I know this.
The fuck?
We'll talk about that later. Patel, be cool about this. Fuck.
Wow, exposed immediately.
Krem.
Why don't you turn into someone important? and convince the guards to open the gate.
Okay. I'm gonna step away from the bar. I'm gonna like walk towards over here. Is there a guard inside looking at me?
Yeah, yeah. At this point, yeah.
I'm just gonna step out of view from him. Like, can I like walk just back over here? I guess. And
You're gonna walk away, kind of hide yourself, and then
yeah, I'm gonna walk
change.
towards the principal's office actually, and then
Okay.
just gonna skin starts shifting, like kind of like the folding over of scales almost. I imagine it like Mystique from X-Men.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Here's my question,
yes.
and I think that you would probably do this if you had the choice. Do you still have the hat of disguise?
Yes.
So
I'm gonna
just like, would you use that, or
I'm changing actual form and tipping the hat, and I get the clothes to match this outfit, or like to match this
Okay.
person. And I'm going to kind of get obscured near the principal's office, and I'm going to walk out as Mollywog.
Ooh, okay.
I don't want to make this too big of a deal, like for the podcast, but I feel like there's a definite change in the way JD looks at Jesse as he comes out again, and his eyes are like shocked and honestly a little betrayed that the guy that he's spent so much time with has this epic secret about not only like who he is but what he is. Like they've literally spent the last however long together, and he has a moment where he's like, "Do I even know you?"
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big shock for sure. What you do with that information now is entirely up to you. But for the moment, Mollywog is now coming out. This old man, kind of a still thick gray head of hair, a beard that comes down with like a little pipe that kind of hangs out long past his form. He kind of bends over from like years of just kind of wear and tear. And I forget, do changelings match the voice of whoever they?
Yes, they do.
They do. Okay,
And
so
also
this
with
should
the
be
actor feat, I
yeah.
see. I'm just gonna kind of hit the door, like rough, hit it hard, and I'm gonna look to the guard, and I'm gonna say, "Let me in at once."
Where, sir? Where would you like to be let in?
The You idiot! The station. We need to open the gate.
If I may ask, sir, why do we need to open the gate?
These students have just reported to me that there is something walking down that hallway, and I need to see it now.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Yay, 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 yay.
This is the thing that I'm good at. Please don't roll bad. Boom. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have him roll an intelligence check for that. They go, yes, Professor Wallywog, we will get right on that. And he turns around, he opens the door, and he runs in. You hear some shuffling, a little murmur, and then the gates start to open up out towards you, like they had before, lining kind of flat with the wall. And the gate is now open.
As soon
Okay.
as the door is open enough for Krem's body to fit through it, she is sprinting.
Okay, can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah.
While she's making that perception check, I'm going to look to the other thing. I'm going to say, "Come, students. Let's investigate this thing you think you saw."
JD like brushes past Jesse on their way out, and he says, "We'll talk more about this later, but don't ever put yourself at risk like that again. Just use the hat."
I understand.
Okay. I got an 18 plus 3,
18 plus 3.
so 21.
So you immediately know that something isn't right here because you still have the effect of these mushrooms. I'm going to say they are going to wear off soon-ish.
Yeah.
You're not exactly sure when because you only took half of a mushroom.
Yeah.
So you kind of look down the hallway, and you can't tell if the mushroom effect is worn off or not, but you cannot see this thing anywhere.
Fuck.
It's like it disappeared entirely.
Can Marion see it?
She'll run up and she'll give a perception check. Why not?
What are y'all doing with the...
They have
Stop.
laser pointers on the map, and they're just kind of fucking around.
I'm drawing
Yeah.
a dick on the map with my laser
Yeah.
pointer.
Wait, we form together, Hayden.
Yeah, make the
We
balls.
form
make
the
balls,
dick
make
and
the balls,
balls.
make the balls.
We form the dick and balls. Go, Power Rate. Anyway, okay.
guys,
You
guys,
gave us a toy.
I'm disappointed in that, but also I rolled another nat 1. Like, that's the second nat 1 I rolled in a row.
These guys are useless.
This
So,
one's for
no, I
Marion.
mean, no, for Marion.
Oh,
So Marion isn't, like, really concerned with any of this. She's just, like, trying to figure out more along the lines of, like, where did Mollywog come from, and why is he trying to help us? She has the classic JD, how did you turn into this thing?
Oh, wait, shoot. Actually, should I? I think. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna roll. I was gonna say, should I roll because I got that psychic message that he was a changeling and like go change. If I hadn't gotten
Yeah.
that, I would have rolled.
Only to Jesse.
I thought psychic link was shared between all of us.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't... It is, but Krem can specify.
She can
Did she?
specify.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's important.
then we retcon a
Yeah.
lot of stuff just there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
a
run
lot of
a lot of
A lot of stuff just got
what just
retconned.
happened.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But it's
That's
only
okay.
it's Krem's psychic link,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he can specify.
I thought it was just like a radio frequency and everyone's on the same channel, but it's not that.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a-okay. That just means we have to kind of like go back and think. Okay, so you know what?
No,
Yeah,
okay, I
no. Can we
think-
play out the scene? Does JD?
No,
Should
I
we
think-
just-
Make an intelligence check for me.
We can just cut everything that just happened and redo it.
No,
No,
okay.
we're going with
here's,
this.
here's what I think happens.
I got a
I think-
19.
I think that when Jesse tries to like kind of open the door to go into the waiting room to shift, it's locked, and so he just turns to like look at like the friends right here and just does the shift like that.
Without the hat,
Yes, like just does like the skin shift, does
and then
the
puts on the hat.
yeah, and then like kind of tips the cap and the clothes change to match.
I like the idea of you like, and you can totally correct and change this, but I like the idea of you like, you know that thing where like you can put your hand in front of your face and like smile or frown and like you change your facial expression totally. I like the idea of you doing
Ooh.
that with the big hat, and like as you bring it up your chest, we see your scales shifting, which we know can't happen until you put the hat on, and then your face is mollywogs, and then you put the hat on and the clothes jump out.
Absolutely, yes. And yeah, Jesse's just gonna kind of look to you, JD. I'm sorry you were the last to find out. It was not discovered by my want, but we'll talk about this. And then I think the scene just
yeah.
continues as it was.
Yeah, everything else plays out normally. I don't think he would change much.
Okay. Wonderful.
Krem is still sprinting.
Okay, so you sprint down the hall, and I'm just gonna ask, how far do you want to sprint?
Let's say 200.
200 miles. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Hell yeah.
no, so you sprint down for about 200 feet. The ground starts to slope down, and it starts to, you get to a point where it Ys off, where it starts to split into two different paths, and you don't know which way it went. If you'd like to make an investigation check, you can.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
if you'd like to head
investigate.
back to the group, you can.
I can investigate. I'm good
Okay.
at that. I just don't like that I can't see where this fucker is anymore. Okay, so I rolled a 10, but I have +8 to investigation, so an 18.
Shit. Okay. You don't see any sign that it went either direction. So it either hasn't gotten down this far yet, or it has some very, very good way of hiding its tracks. which you don't think to be the case.
Okay, Krim is gonna take another mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Because I took 3 with me
Mm-hmm.
before I left, but I'm gonna split it in half like I did last time
Okay.
and take it again and pray to the Lord that I can roll, okay?
So make a Constitution saving throw.
I feel like I'm not gonna debate for advantage on this. I'm not going to.
What did you roll?
Could. Would I roll?
What did you get?
Okay, let's see. So I rolled a 4 plus 2, which makes it a 6.
So you
But I only ate half.
desperately
I
you
only
only
ate
ate half.
Yeah. Specify.
So you split it in half, you take a bite and you're looking around and you start to see brilliant colors flashing all around you. And it's just so amazing. You should just stay here and look a while.
And
And
JD
you kind
roll.
of sit down and lay down on the ground looking at all these different colors.
Can JD roll insight on that?
Did you follow?
I think I'm following now that the guards are gone and Mollywogs let us in.
Okay, so yeah, you guys continue down. I'm gonna say
But
that
I'm
you find her there.
I sprinted 200 feet.
Yeah, she got ahead of y'all.
It's only a
for
matter
sure.
of time, really.
Yeah,
But I would depict how they find me once they find me.
Okay, go
absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah.
So what you're going to see once you eventually get to Krim, she's gonna be laying on and doing like the snow angel motion. But when you come up to her, she's just like, obviously her eyes are gonna be very dilated. Like much more dilated than they were the first time you saw her. And you're gonna see the half of the mushroom that I didn't eat on the floor. And she's just gonna be making snow angels, like staring at the ceiling with her mouth wide open, as if she's like eating whatever snow and or colorful thing is falling to the ground that she seems to be in. Yeah, that's how you find Krim.
So
Can JD make a medicine check and kind of like use his plant knowledge? Like I am like if this works, I want to do a cool scene. If it doesn't, JD just like
absolutely, yeah, make a medicine
panics.
check for me.
Okay, ready? I rolled on D&D Beyond. I didn't mean to do that. That's a 16, which isn't bad, and a 12 in real life. So let's take the 12 because that was real. That's what I did.
So you kind of immediately tell what happened. You don't know how it happens or like the cure for it, but you know what happened.
Okay. All right.
Patel
Can I
comes
just-
over.
Vision? Like what she's
Sorry?
seeing?
Sure, why not?
Because we are psychically connected, so I feel like at this point in time, like she wouldn't be able to differentiate what she's sending and what she's not sending.
Oh, and they can't turn. Can they turn off in their end or no?
No. It's just like it's a connection that I send that they have access
Actually,
to.
is this concentration?
Oh yeah, it is.
I would say
It
this
is.
breaks concentration.
Okay, chill. Okay, then never mind. I don't have to.
Patel comes over and she has this like it looks like a deck of cards, but it's just no cards, and she kind of like shakes it like one of those old Polaroid pictures, and she hangs it kind of above you, and you see the note card kind of like scribble into existence a replication of Krem on the ground, kind of in a cartoony style.
Are these
And she goes,
Polaroids?
I'm gonna be keeping this for later. Blackmail will be important, and she puts it in her pocket. So yeah, so she has these like little note cards that are basically like Polaroids. I do it because I like to investigate. It's mainly just for keeping track of clues, but this works too.
I'm gonna shift
Yeah.
back into Jesse.
Krim is zonked. She's not doing or saying anything.
All right. JD bends over and hoists Krem over both of his shoulders, fireman carry style.
Krem has no reason to fight, so she just lets it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is it just happens.
I'm gonna.
Although
Ready
if
for a
Krem was
attack there.
not high off her ass, she would fight.
Does Krem say anything to being literally picked up and made higher in the air as she is tripping balls?
She's going to wrap her arms around your shoulders and like whisper more to herself than anyone else, but be like, warm. It's been a long time since I felt something warm.
Patel, take a picture right now.
She takes another one of the note cards out. Are you gonna do anything like pose?
Nope. I just smile knowingly into the frame. And I'm like, all right, Patel, don't you ever tell her that we did that. I will die. She lives with me. She knows where I sleep. All right, moving forward. We just keep jogging down the passage. Can I roll investigation to see if I know anything about where this thing went?
I actually
Make an
also have
investigation
something.
check. Both of you do what you would like to do.
While he's starting to like look around, I'm gonna shift back into Jesse's form. Since we're out of sight of guards, and I'm going to pick up that half mushroom that was on the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to Mary, and I'm gonna say, "This is what you took that allowed you to see that, right?"
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, I just pop it.
Nah!
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna roll that dice. That one was not nice to me earlier. This one. Okay. 12.
12. So, what did you get last time, Crap?
I got a 6, but when
Yeah.
I successfully passed it, I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you for a full mushroom I had it as a DC of 20. And then the half mushroom I was just gonna say like 10. So I'm gonna say that you passed this.
Okay. Now, do
So what's
I
half
see
mushroom
anything?
do? Yeah.
You look around you and it's beautiful. It's like spectral fish and creatures beyond your understanding kind of mixing about in the space. Like this room that used to have nothing in it is suddenly alive and bustling with an existence just out of reach. And you look down at yourself and you can see how you normally look. Like your changeling form is just there. It's like you didn't even change at all. And you start to worry for a second that you hadn't changed back into Jessie. And then you kind of click like, oh, this is what she saw me as. And you look around you and you can make an investigation check if you'd like to.
Sweet. As I'm starting to look around, I was like, kind of try to shake it off, like after seeing myself.
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll. This one's hopefully gonna be nice to me. Okay. 18.
18. You, yet again, don't see anything with any clues like tracks or any scuff marks of recent activity going down either of these tunnels. So, wherever that thing went, it didn't come down this way.
Pretty fish.
My investigation check was dog water. Can I suggest Hayden, or I guess I can't suggest in game, but I think you should like check the ceiling and the floor because it doesn't look like he went forward anywhere.
Yeah. Is there like some kind of offshoot that, as we were walking down, that we just didn't go down?
If you like to go back and look, I can say you can roll another investigation check.
Yeah. I'll backtrack and try to.
I'll also do that. That's better.
I mean,
I got
10.
a 16. I got a 16.
You got a 10?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay. So you backtrack and you don't actually hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Let me look at something. One moment, please.
I love that Krim is enabled right now. She's just riding on JD's back, having like the time of her life.
I love that too. I like that image of like the ferocious Krem being just docile and like, woo, you bounce when you run.
It's truly a picture of a cat.
Yes.
On catnip, yeah.
Yeah. She keeps trying to crawl off his shoulders, and Jesse keeps having to just like shift her back on, and she's like,
You mean JD?
yes. Dude, I did this so much in that one episode. I like listened to that like 4 times, and I was like, no. Literally call me on it every time I do it. Embarrass me.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you barely meet this check. So here's what happens. You start walking back, and you're looking around the walls, on the floor, on the ceiling, for anything that kind of gives any sort of sign of where this thing went. And you don't see anything, and you're kind of depressed about it, and you head back to the gate. And as you're walking through the gate, out of the corner of your eye, you barely notice that on the, I guess from your perspective heading back, on the left-hand side hinge, on like where the gate closes down, there is a small opening that fits about maybe a little taller than a halfling size tunnel that leads down to somewhere.
I noticed this, or JD notices this?
You notice this. JD looks over in the same spot and doesn't see anything.
JD sees like a
There's-
wall.
Why did you stop?
Yes.
There's a small tunnel here. Can I? I'm gonna just try to get in it.
Okay. So you step through, and it kind of shimmers as you pass through it. And it's just a long, small tunnel that leads to who knows where. It's very dark. There's no lighting or anything. It is very winding, and you can continue further or go back.
Can I see the tunnel?
You can't. You just saw him disappear into a wall.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna reach a hand out.
Of
Take
the
a
tunnel?
pull.
Through the back of the wall.
Yeah, like out back towards them.
Yeah, you see a hand just kind of come out through a wall, like it's just been there the whole time, like it's been fused with it.
I grab it.
Gonna just gently pull forward.
So you pull him in, and you have to duck your head, like you have to crouch. It's a very tight squeeze.
Does
as
Krim
you-
hit her head?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, I'm careful with her. I'm careful with her. Actually, do I need to roll something to see if I'm careful with
you
her?
would not fit with her. You carrying her. That's how tight this is.
Can I switch her to my arms?
Like I'm saying, you'd have to basically, you'd have to fold yourself down, like basically all the way down to like your waist in order to do it. And I think that'd be really hard. Like
Okay.
this is a one creature space, and you're trying to take 2 creatures through it.
Got you. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set her as I realize how big this is. I'm gonna let go of Jesse's hand and sling Krem off my shoulders and lay her gently against the side of the cave wall with her back like resting against it. And I look at her and I say, "Stay put. I'm gonna be right back."
I'm gonna say out through the thing to Marion and Patel. I'm gonna say, "You all can join us if you wish. There's a tunnel through here that we're looking."
Hey Jesse, can you leave?
This is like right by the guard station. So like if you go to the map now, let's just say Patel was right here, kind of leaning up against the gate. JD, you're like here, and Jesse, you are like about there.
Hey Jesse,
And
can you
Marion.
leave Bimley with Krem so that we can just kind of keep an eye on her?
Oh, I have an idea. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Bimley outside the cave, and he's gonna try to crawl underneath Krem. And essentially just be like almost like a gurney, like a stretcher, and walk her through the tunnel with us.
Now, does Krem have a bad trip as a dog-sized beetle picks her up while she's tripping balls?
It wouldn't be the beetle that makes her scared. It would be the light.
He's
Yeah,
crawling underneath your back.
That doesn't matter. She can still see how bright it is.
She's glowing.
Make a
You're
wisdom saving throw
glowing.
for me. Why not?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I want from this check, so. But Krem's wisdom is +0, so. You know what? We'll do it on D&D Beyond. That's a 15.
That does pretty good.
15. You passed the check. I was gonna say if you didn't pass it, you would be frightened of Bimley, and you would use all your movement speed to get away from Bimley. But
Okay.
you passed it. You know that this is okay. And you're gonna have basically Bimley carry her on her back through the small tunnel.
Yes. That way she can come with us.
Okay. Marion is gonna say, "I'm gonna stay here. Kind of keep an eye on it, and if they close the door, make sure they don't, so that like you guys can come back. I get like I don't know. Like I'm afraid when this door closes, you're gonna get stuck in there.
Thank you.
So, and then Patel is like, sorry, Krem, I'm gonna go with them, and she kind of starts to crawl along with you two.
Yeah, and so now
So
we have...
Krem, you're gonna stay there for the time being, and you have Patel, and Marion's gonna stay with you.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so
Me
Krem
and
is not
Marion,
coming on
you
Bimley.
you passed the check. Yeah. So she's gonna stay there. Krem's coming with you. Yeah. All four of you are going, except for Marion. He's gonna stay and like watch over this area.
Okay.
Heard.
Okay. So you crawl for quite a ways, and you're going through, and there's a point where you get to kind of go up a bit and then down, and it seems to make no sort of sense as you kind of make your way through.
You good?
I'm good. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. And I was just getting excited. Actually, that's kind of what I was. I didn't think we'd be getting here.
Yay!
So-
With Krem incapacitated.
Yes, you eventually step into this new square chamber, and there's like a little bit of it's like a stone box basically, and you're leading the charge, aren't you, Jesse?
Yes.
So I don't know how this is going to work for a changeling, because I don't think this is changelings don't really have like a magical ability when it comes to their shapeshifting. So I don't know
No.
how this is going to work, but you feel a sort of like energy start to try and change you out of your natural form as you step into this room, and all of your magical possessions start to just drop off your radar. Like if you were to have detect magic up, they start to kind of twinkle out from your sense. And as you step in, you realize that this entire room is filled with a sort of anti-magic presence to it. And you remember from last time, JD, that the medicine check you made on the guards showed that there was no magic on their chest wounds. And this is the same sort of feeling as you step into this room, and it's creepy in a sort of Indiana Jones like puzzle sort of way, because you feel like not hopeless, but like helpless without sort of a magical guidance to it, and like any sort of spell you could cast, you couldn't cast it in here. It kind of hits you.
I think.
And
Oh, sorry.
go on. Yeah.
To just visually and canonically, I think two things happen. He has had 2 active spells going since that thing ran into this corridor, and like technically they were a minute long, but I'm gonna say they were still going anyway. And that was his spiritual weapon and his bestow curse on that creature, which that creature had to keep making wisdom saving throws at the start of each of its turns, and if it failed, it wasted its action that turn doing nothing. And he, just for the sake of he probably felt like that working a little bit right up until he entered this room, and his glowing vine whip of thorns statics and disappears in his hands, and that spell disappears, and he feels all magic and power leave him as he sets foot here.
I don't even know if Bimley would stay like on this plane because it's like a
Yeah.
thing you summon, right? So like I think he comes into the room and just pops out of existence.
So then Cram falls to the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's now on the stone floor, and in front of you is the same text that was in the books that y'all have been retrieving, the tomes. And you can see that sort of inscribed on the top wall, like in front of you, is a bunch of jumbled up text. Like you took every language and you mixed it all together into a completely different language soup. And there's a door on the other side of this room. And then in front of you is a set of 6 tiles going one direction, and then 6 tiles going out another direction. So it's a 36 square room on the floor. And on each one of these tiles is another jumbled up mess of letters from the books and the tomes that you've been reading.
Okay.
Look at
can
all the
I-
letters.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the mid-episode break of Spitfire Squires. My name is Hayden. I am our editor, as well as I play Jesse in the show. I just wanted to come on and thank you all for listening to these first couple episodes, listening as we are figuring out how to do this podcasting thing, getting our feet under us. I also wanted to let you all know that we have Instagram and Twitter, so you can find us on those at Spitfire Squires. And just let you all know that we are planning on uploading every 2 weeks on Monday, so that's when you can expect the next episode to come out. Other than that, again, just thank you so much for being here and listening to us have fun and put out something that we enjoy, and hopefully you enjoy too. I'll let you guys get back to the episode now. Thank you.
All right.
To clarify, the room is 6 tiles by 5 tiles. I said
Okay.
6 by 6. It's actually 6 by 5.
Heard.
And so, okay, when you said that Bimley disapparated, was that whenever I entered the room or whenever he entered the room?
Whenever you entered the room.
Did you say 6 by 5? I think you said 6 by 6.
I did. I had to clarify.
6 by 5.
Sorry. I
Okay.
was wrong.
Wow.
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Even DMs. Even DMs. What do I know about life and reality? Oh no. My world.
So, did you wanna make a perception check or not?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
One moment.
Cram's making snow angels again.
Just you can also try and get her out of this stupor. But
No, I think she's happy.
Okay.
Okay, what
I was just trying to get
Jesse's-
you back in the.
I think what Jesse's gonna do in the meantime, because I don't know if Jesse's high. They're not gonna try to like fix Krem's situation.
Okay.
They're gonna step back out of like whenever they feel that connection to magic again.
Okay. You step back through into the tunnel again. You kind of crawl back, and you get like about a foot or a foot and a half, and it immediately starts to come back to you gradually.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Bimley back and just have Bimley do that same thing, but walk Krem back out to Marion.
Okay.
That way, if something happens
So-
down here, at the very least, we don't have like an incapacitated person that we have to try to save.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Easy
cast
enough.
comprehend
Yeah, I'll save it.
languages.
You're gonna cast comprehend languages from in the tunnel.
Yes, and what can I see from inside the tunnel of these words?
I'm gonna say that you are unable to see the letters on the ground because you're kind of at a downward angle, but you can see what the letters from the other side of the room basically say up on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Who is the one true God?"
Interesting.
So my perception check, and I'm just gonna like have y'all have discretion right now. First time I rolled the dice, it like landed. I don't know how it did this. It like landed and stuck, kind of unnaturally, and like didn't roll. It just like hit the ground and slid.
It got scuffed.
Okay, is that a scuff?
That's scuffed, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because the second roll was a 23.
23. Okay. You look around this room, and here's what you notice. this room, although it looks like something old, has been made in the past. I'd say even couple months. Like it's fairly new. Like you can tell that there's still new construction involved with it, but it's made to look as if it was old. The tiles definitely have some sort of pressure sense to it, and if you were to step on it, something could happen. You also notice that kind of inscribbled ever so faintly all over the room is the same quill symbol that you've noticed from the temple back all the way in generosity and on, I'm assuming that Krem would have told you this, but the same pen that was on the robot's head earlier.
I think I noticed that.
You noticed that? Okay, so
Yeah.
you would have noticed this. It's the same thing, covered, kind of littered about this room.
It's scroll and quill.
It's a quill, and there's kind of like a blank scroll beneath it, but it's mainly just seen with the quill itself.
Okay, quill. Hang on. I'm making notes. Cool.
Also, JD, whenever you like while you're kind of like looking around the room like this, you definitely hear Jesse reading out loud, "Who is the one true God?"
Oh my god, because you read things out loud. That's
Yep.
when you're
Yeah. Yeah. And that does make the hair stand up on JD's neck because, like, that's very ominous. I don't know if I could. Can I roll like a religion check on that?
Yeah, so make a religion check for me.
Yeah, can I also join in on that?
Yeah, sure.
Just like cuz
Okay,
I'm reading it.
Scuffed. Double scuffed. How do I keep scuffed? It keeps landing on my keyboard. Stop landing on my keyboard.
I got a
Did on my
7.
keyboard 3 times.
7,
6. No.
6. Y'all have no idea.
God
This
bless.
this is like, for there to be a true god, like it kind of puts down a bunch of other gods in the pantheon. Like to say that there is only one is blasphemous in a very weird sense. Like it's not something you say. So to have that question asked is, in fact, it's very creepy and ominous.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. JD. Is there a rock on the ground?
No, actually, there's not. It's a very
There's
clean
no
kept
rocks in
room.
here. There's no
It's-
rocks in
yeah,
here.
it's no.
Okay. Can I just retcon that I've got something small I can throw out that's not very important?
Look in your character sheet and tell me what you
I
can
don't.
sacrifice.
You know what I have? I have a glaive. I'm throwing the glaive
A
that I
glaive.
took from
Okay.
the Oni.
Where are you
throwing
throwing
that.
it?
Just sliding it across the tiles effectively if I can.
Okay.
In
So
a
you-
straight line from the. It's 6x5. Is the 5 horizontal or vertical to me?
It's vertical from you, so it's 5 out, 6 across.
Okay, I'm throwing it down third from the left, and trying to slide it across all 5 tiles.
Okay, make let's just say a strength check to see if you can get it all the way across.
That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh my god. So you see this thing, you kind of take it in one hand and you shove it, and you see it kind of bounce across all these other tiles. And luckily, it doesn't land on any of them, and it makes its way all the way to the other side of the room and kind of settles on the stones on the other side. The cobble.
Nothing
So
happens.
there's a glaive over there now. Yeah, it did
Yeah.
land on a tile.
Okay. I am now taking my dagger and throwing it on the tile directly in front of me. I'm gonna say that again, 3 from the left.
Okay. So you chuck the dagger down, and it hits into the stone tile. And you see the rune-like language stuff kind of light up, and then sink down, and you hear like a bubbling noise coming out from within the slits within the tiles.
Can I roll insight or investigation to know what that is? It's probably lava.
Make a,
Sounds like
make a
lava.
perception check.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a 24.
The room starts to get brighter as lava indeed is starting to rise out from within these cracks in between the tiles.
I reach down and pull my knife out.
Okay, you pull it out. The tile is still sunken in, and the lava is still rising.
I'm gonna look to Patel and say, "Can you get a picture of this quickly?"
Yeah, that's a good idea. And she takes out one of the note cards and she snaps it of the room.
Is there anything on the other side of these tiles, or is it just tiles?
It's tiles and then like a flat space where you could stand, and then the door opens. It's a pretty simple room.
The door
then-
to another area that we haven't been yet, or the door to where we came in?
A door to another area that is shut.
Okay.
Is that lava still rising?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's rising by the second. Y'all don't have much time.
How much time do I
So,
have?
do we need to start
Would you
backing out
estimate?
of
We're
this
gonna
room?
say you have 2 rounds.
Okay. Fuck. And how big are these tiles?
They're big enough for one person to stand on.
Okay. If I made a running leap, could I get over all of them? 5 across.
That's to be a really, really good leap.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Acrobatics or athletics?
We're gonna do athletics check for this.
Okay. JD backs up and starts sprinting toward the first tile and makes a leap with a small prayer to his god.
Okay.
Scuffed.
Roll a
Roll a what?
roll a d6 for me.
Roll a
Are you gonna go on the
D6?
one that actually roll a d because there's not a d5. You already hit one of the tiles. We're gonna say a d6, and if it lands on, you said the third one over.
That's the one that I put the knife in, yeah.
Yeah, so we're not gonna have that one as an option. If you roll a 3, then roll again.
Okay. I rolled a 6, kind of.
6, kind of.
It hit my keyboard. I don't know if that counts as a scuff, but like it landed as a 6.
If it landed as a 6, then you can see it's a 6, and it's a 6.
Okay.
You step on that plate, and yet again, the bubbling gets even louder. You don't have any time left. If you don't leave this room immediately, the lava is going to be like in your feet.
All right. I leave the room immediately.
Yeah, I have already been backing out.
Okay. So all of you scamper back out of this hole, and as you do, the lava starts to rise up, up through the tunnel that y'all kind of crawled through. And as you kind of make it over to the top edge and kind of go back down, the lava you think is going to start pouring back down the tunnel stops, and then it's just there, and you don't know how long it's going to be there, but it's there. If you'd like to wait, you can wait, or you can leave, or you can take a potion of fucking lava resistance somehow. You know.
Meanwhile,
I think we're ready for our meeting with the principal. Would you all say?
Yes.
I don't want to be a part of any of this. I've gotten in enough trouble
Yes.
already.
No, you go.
I've been sticking my head out for this.
Can I take the picture at least?
I don't want to give it to you because like they have me registered as taking this item from
I'll
the warehouse.
I'll tell them that
and, like,
that I borrowed one from you.
make a persuasion check.
What is my persuasion modifier? I don't think I've rolled that. I only roll deception.
ah,
Boop. 10.
10. I really can't give this to you. I don't want to get expelled.
Okay.
I want to be here. You can come look at it any time. Like I'm gonna have like a board up, and I'm gonna have like wires and all that. But like I just can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
That's understandable. That's understandable. I'm gonna take just a piece of chalk and I'm just gonna scratch on the wall right next to the like hidden hallway.
Okay.
Hey, Patel. Hey, Patel.
Yeah.
Can,
What's
can,
up?
can I have that one picture of Krem, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, now the question is, do I bust out my 6-pack for this one? I don't think I do. I don't think I need it. No, you know what? It would be really funny. So,
You're gonna crawl and bust out the 6-pack and take a drink of it.
so I'm gonna on my way out of the cave, I smash the drink into the side of the wall and shotgun it, and tear my shirt open, I guess.
Oh
as
yeah,
my
you're crawling.
rip-
Let me give you a vision or like an image. Y'all are crawling out of this tunnel. So you're crawling out through this tunnel, and you're asking. We're gonna go. It's Jesse and then Patel and then you. You were the last one to come in because you were avoiding the lava.
Yeah.
And as you're crawling out, you take your shirt off, and the lava was super hot, and it caused you to sweat, and that run
Mhm.
kind of got you, kind of your muscles working. So you take it off, and your like body is glistening, and your muscles are like kind of just in the right ways. You're crawling, your forearms are just kind of like making your way across, and you take a sip of this 6-pack beer, and you're just so charismatic.
And I
Yeah.
think that gives me advantage on
It does
persuasion checks.
give you advantage,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna roll. I'm gonna roll before I say what I do. Yep. Okay. You know, I don't get it.
What did you...
So I got a 3, a 1, and my third roll was a natural 20.
Oh, but the natural 20 didn't count because you
Nope, it didn't. Did not. No.
So she's kind of crawling forward, and she turns around, and she sees you kind of glistening, and she's like, "Are you trying to seduce me?"
Would you like me to seduce you? No.
Hey, hey.
But what actually
I'm
happens?
afraid you're barking up the wrong tree, my friend.
I think that like if this had worked, it would have been like, hey, I need that picture of Patel. But what happens is he's sweaty and gross and smells bad, and his clothes
Yeah.
are kind of on fire. And he's like, Patel, I need that picture.
She's like, "I'm just gonna hang on to this
Okay,
for her protection,"
okay.
and she crawls faster.
I
I love that so much.
I guess I'll get back up to where I am.
So yeah, you all crawl out of there, and you can see Marion is talking frantically with somebody, and Prem is just kind of there with Bimley, kind of watching over her. And you crawl out, and you stand up, and you see Professor Mollywog talking with Marion, and you hear him say, "What are you doing this time? First the Oni, then I hear you rummaging around the archive, and now you're just messing with our gates. I cannot believe this." And he is just very angry.
Can I real quick do like a little thing for Bimley?
Yeah.
Because you said that Bimley was standing over Krem, kind of like watching over her.
Mm-hmm.
Bimley is now like sitting on Krem's chest, like Elytra, like the front like hard wings up, like in like attack stance. like
I love it.
like Bimley is in defense mode right now.
I still have advantage on all of my charisma checks for the next hour.
For the next hour, yeah.
So, wait, who is talking to us again?
It's
Mollywog.
Mollywog.
I'm gonna crawl out. Oh, I'm just gonna say, Professor Mollywog, thank the gods you're here.
I am so frustrated right now. You better tell me what you're doing before I expel you immediately.
Yes, of course. So, our friend Krem here, she...
Hi.
Yes. She was able to detect a sort of golem or mechanical being. If you go through this way, I don't go through there right now. There's lava, but will you allow me to just take your hand and show you something?
Let's see here. We're gonna do one thing first before we do to that, just to see how this action that's gonna happen might affect this roll. So we're gonna find out.
Oh, we're finding out. We're not fucking around.
No, we're finding out.
We're finding out before we fuck around.
Yeah.
This is antithetical.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Patel's gonna try and sneak away from this, and depending on how well she rolls, it could affect whether or not he decides to listen to you. Yeah, no, she's fine. She rolled an 18. So you,
Whoa.
out of the corner of your eye, she rolled it like about 27.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
So yeah, you see her kind of slink around, back behind Mollywog, out of view, and she's just like, I'm sorry. And she takes off. Make your persuasion check with disadvantage because he's not very happy, and he's found out some stuff.
Can I step forward? Wait. Okay.
Yeah, does it affect the role that like we just crawled out of what he sees as like straight up wall?
No, it's not going to.
Okay.
Does it affect the role that I'm still glistening and glorious?
If you were to make the roll, but Jesse's the one who said this, so.
Damn.
Professor, might I second my companion's desire for your attention?
Like as he's coming out of the wall.
My pecs pop just a little bit.
Yeah, I gave you this item. It's just regular persuasion now. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You are so kind.
D&D Beyond or real life, boys?
I got a +8 for this. I'll roll a little dice for us.
Wait, did I just help him? And that's what's going on?
Yeah, you basically help
Canceled
him.
out the
It's not disadvantage anymore.
Fantastic. Go.
Okay, dirty 20.
30-20. I have been told that you seemingly were fighting some sort of intruder into the archive. Then you sent my guards on a wild goose chase down a hallway for them to find nothing. And when they come back, they told me that I came in here and told them to open up the gate. And then I see you crawling out from behind the gate.
Yes.
How am I supposed to receive this well? I don't understand.
I do not expect you to receive it well, but there is an intruder, and they went through this way. Does the phrase "who is the one true God" mean anything to you? Does that sit well with you? And he goes,
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing your group does or says makes any sort of sense, and I can't seem to put it together.
Go where we just came from. Please. Just look at it.
He goes over to you and he sees the wall and he goes, it's just a wall.
I put my hand
through it. It's just what... Okay. Guards, come here. And a bustle of guards kind of come over to the gate.
Don't send
I'm going to investigate this. Make sure that these 4 people don't get away. And he leans down and he starts to crawl through the tunnel.
I'm gonna shoot finger guns at the guards.
They just kind of look at you. And would you like to make a charisma check?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Make a charisma check.
I'm just chilling. That's a 16.
They kind of look at you, and they kind of look down like, I remember my college days. You want some water? You want some? And then they kind of go back and they bring you a cup of water.
Creme drinks it.
Yeah, so if they were to try to break you out of this, you'd have advantage on it, but You guys gonna do anything else while he's going down there or no?
Well, we get
Nope.
into a lot of shit, don't we?
Are we still telepathic? No, we're not. Krem's
No, 'cause
fucking
I'm
high. Krem's tripping. Yeah, I think I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna roll for hand motions again.
For
I
like
think-
thaumaturgy? Or because you have like a certain like
Because I have the monkey sign language thing that I do.
Yes.
All right, what am I rolling?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Here we go. That's +0. Straight up and down. That's a natural 20.
Absolutely.
There we go.
And totally charismatically with your abs, say what you need to say.
I speak. My abs ripple and form pictures on my stomach.
That's another effect of the six pack.
It does say that I spontaneously acquire a tank top. Maybe the tank top is like
Oh yeah.
made of my sweat, and it's like forming pictures and images. And I body roll at Jesse. How are we gonna get out of this one?
Krem is gonna roll to get out of being high.
Yeah. Just go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Wait. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
But I get advantage, right? Because the guards got me water.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you saw what I rolled.
Bimley's
did
like
not.
With
Bimley's
advantage?
defense stance.
You got a 5.
With
Oh, shit.
advantage, I got a 7.
Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah. These things aren't wearing off as quickly as they did last time, unfortunately.
Yep.
like Bimley's defense
So-
stance is like kind of like shining just bright light in your eyes, and you're freaking out a little bit.
So Maliwag crawls back out. He's sweating, and he turns to you guys and he goes, "Come with me to my office right now."
Office time.
And
Office
of course.
time.
he starts to take you guys off to the right hand side into just a small ordinary office, just a normal room. But the thing about this room is literally everything in this room has been broken at one point or another, and there are some things in here that are currently shattered. So like you walk in and there's not enough chairs in here because they've been just shattered. Like they've been thrown into a wall and they've broken down, and then some of them have been rebuilt only for them to be broken again. A lot of them look kind of like they went through the Monsters Inc. door shredder and have just been carefully reassembled. And there's like on his desk there are marks from where someone slammed down their fist, just like from time, not even strength, just time of him doing it over and over again. And he brings you into your room and he goes, "Guards, leave." And they walk out, and Ginky steps out from basically the shadows in this room. He
Dinky?
walks past you. Ginky is the orc, like half orc, who was the blood hunter who came in
Okay.
earlier whenever
that's
you guys
right.
had the
Your
Oni fight.
security guard.
And he walks over and he locks the door. He puts
I'd like to.
Krem.
Oh, sorry.
He puts Krem down in one of the only chairs that kind of works, and the other three of you are kind of standing beside her.
Bimley is still in defensive stance in Krem's lap.
Chair.
It's been a long night, and I really don't know what to make of you all. So, tell me, why should I believe anything you tell me?
You just saw it.
What I saw was a small, narrow tunnel that led to some magma. This is not common for this mountainous area. I think this is perhaps a dormant volcano. These are volcanic tubes, perhaps. Why it's been hidden or by the gate, I don't know. But this is out of the ordinary.
If you let the magma subside and go back. When we were in there, it triggered a trap. You can ask my friend JD.
Yes, Professor. I was down in the tunnel, and I saw this intricate puzzle, a 5x6 set of squares, and I accidentally triggered it. But luckily, my quick thinking and extreme fear of being burned alive let me escape with my skin intact, but not my shirt.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Make a what check?
Persuasion check with advantage.
Beautiful.
Good lord.
All right. That's a natural 20 on the first one, so
Jesus.
he blushes.
You gonna roll again for another nat 20?
I mean, I got like a 9, but whatever, right?
Oh, okay. You got another nat 20, yeah. He kind of looks at Genki, and Genki looks at him, and he goes, "Okay, I think it's about time that we corroborate our stories here. I think that something unusual is happening here, and I'm have more than enough evidence, I think, at this point to determine that you guys are just trying to help us out.
Fine.
So, let's talk this out. You say that there was an intruder. Tell me about them."
Can Krem roll to not be high?
Nope, you rolled earlier, unfortunately. This is too quick to this.
Better idea. Can Krem explain what happened well high?
Mm. You can sure as hell try.
Okay, so okay. Okay. Sure. Believe me when I tell you. I was partying and I ate a mushroom. Mushroom didn't taste very good, but I had a mushroom. And then I was allowed to see things. See all the things. I saw. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say that. I saw a bunch of things. And then I was outside of the party. I can't remember why I was outside of the party.
But
Ginny,
you saw
Jesse,
intruder.
just sweating. Just sweating.
but then, sir, I saw it with my roguey ability because I'm sneaky and good, and I saw a thing. It was like this giant, not giant, but like big metal, like armor-looking thing clanking around. But he had this like weird aura around him. So I saw something from the corner of my eye, my roguish eye, you know, because I'm really good at what I do. And he had like this weird aura, and he didn't seem like he belonged here. He was like big and like had like armor, but not like the guards' armor. You know, you feel me? You feel me?
Miss Bruley,
Yes, sir.
I would have expelled you immediately for bringing in and partaking in these mushrooms on school grounds.
I did
However-
not bring in.
However, that being said, the Cleve and I have an agreement.
At the word cleave, Krem's demeanor like shifts.
Your
Like-
father, Astaroth, is a patient man. I'd say maybe even more patient than I am. And he wants what's best for you. Because he knows that's what your mother would have wanted. And I'm sorry that what happened, but this is becoming unacceptable. And I have a mind to just remove you entirely from this campus. However, I am refraining from doing so because I think you will be valuable to me.
Of course I'm valuable. I'm
Okay.
good at my job when my mother isn't missing and my dad isn't an asshole.
Genki, can you help her? And he goes over to you and he goes, I don't know if this will work or not. It works on poisons. It should be fine. And he kind of goes and he pokes both of your shoulders with his blade, and you take 2 points of damage.
2
And
points?
he starts 2 points of damage, and he starts to pull the blood out of you, and the blood starts to funnel out, and circle around to your other shoulder, and you see that the some sort of like liquor or like sheen starts to drip out in the middle, and kind of drip down to the floor, out of your blood, and then your blood travels back into your body, through the other hole.
That's sick. It's a nice
And
little transfusion.
yeah, it's basically a transfusion, and you feel the effects start to go away as he does this.
JD is furiously hand signed. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
JD is furiously hand signed. Krem has a dad. This is. He has a mom and a dad. He's hand signing this at Jesse. What is Jesse saying?
Jesse, I think, is very. I think Jesse's mind is moving a million miles an hour right now,
Mm-hmm.
and just like, kind of like shakily like nods and then looks back. Like,
Okay,
just like,
cool.
There's too many
Yes.
things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That should sober you up quite a bit. But know that if this happens again, I'm going to be having a discussion with your father that's not going to be ending very well for you. Professor Laughingheart and your mother got along incredibly well. And we seem to be having a good partnership so far, training the future of the Cleve with each other. However, I'm afraid that partnership isn't going to be able to continue if this is the sort of behavior that we're getting from your clan. So, anything useful you can provide me other than it's a big, scary metal suit of armor? Any sort of distinctive details? Did it say anything to you? What was it doing there? I need to know.
I'm sorry.
Man. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
The suit of armor looked to be like a shield goblin of some sort. He did not say or address us in any way. I believe it to be a he, but I do not know as of right now. He went in to Professor Laughingheart's office at the top of the large bookcase. And
He has the master key card. That is not good news.
Yes, because we didn't know how he got through.
Genki kind of steps up and goes, that explains what happened to it. Okay. I had Professor Laughingheart's hat and possessions. It was going through it, and then just a couple hours ago, it disappeared. And I think now that you're telling me this, he took the hat that must have had the card inside of it.
Yes, sir.
So, we believe that this incident must have been partaken by at least 2 individuals, because the gate was opened by this group, and we know that the levers have to be pulled simultaneously. So the gate was either opened by the guards, who didn't seem to have any sort of recollection about the incident prior to being killed. They were caught off guard, so they had no choice to pull down the levers. So there must have been 2 individuals pulling the lever. If this automaton warforged creature thing is working with whoever did this, they could have easily been able to perform this action. So that explains one sort of mystery that's been going on here. Why they were entering the office, I don't know. Did you see them have anything? Was there anything at all?
Mr. DM, my memory is foggy. I do not remember.
I believe that
Okay.
JD saw something.
JD takes a piece of paper silently from his desk, the principal's desk, and is slowly inscribing the symbol he saw burned into this golem's armor and in the fuzzy side of the country. And he says to the principal, he says, flips the paper around and says, "This is my only lead. Do you recognize the symbol?"
Ginky, we need to get on this. And he takes the piece of paper from you. And he goes, we'll check the library for anything that we can find.
I saw that.
This is good work.
I saw that on the golem. I saw that on our last exam in the city full of fluff with one of the tomes. The tome, I don't know how, I think this creature is connected to something that can write tomes or is connected to tomes. The room that we were in, filled with lava, had writing very similar to the tomes, garbled language that we couldn't understand. It's like written very similarly to the tome we experienced with Yidril. And this symbol keeps cropping up where there are tomes involved.
Interesting. I don't know the connection between these two things, but once we learn more, I'm sure we can. And regarding tomes, you also saw that the tome of greater planar binding was what the robot was leaving with as well.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
So if you want to tell him that, you can.
he left with a tome, but I
We
didn't
do tell
remember.
him that.
Yeah, we'll tell him that.
Tome of greater planar binding. I believe I've heard of that before. It's one of the ones that Professor Laughingheart was working on prior to her disappearance. She was in charge of deciphering these tomes and making them accessible to us to teach. She's one of the only people who had the knowledge and experience capable of deciphering these books. So it's a great loss to us emotionally, but also just physically speaking. We've had little understanding of these tomes since her absence. I also think that whoever did this probably is keeping her alive, maybe for this exact reason, and they need her for that. I don't know. This is merely a guess. I don't know. That book, I believe, was used in chaining down portals or gates or openings into different areas for longer periods of time and keeping them there. I don't know what that person would need with it, but that is unsettling, to say the least. And he takes one of his many pens and he breaks it and then throws it into a wall and it just embeds into the wall.
Sir, I don't mean to interrupt you and your pen breakingness. But the golem itself seemed to seamlessly transition from our plane to the ethereal plane with no problem. Like, he didn't seem to cast anything. He didn't seem to have an item on him that I recognized that caused him to be able to do this. But he was coming in and out of both planes, whatever plane he was from, without problem.
Make an intelligence check for me.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I love intelligence checks. That's a 17.
Okay. You realize now that with these like ethereal like powers that sort of you notice they kind of came from his feet. You don't know like why or what could have caused it, but you know it kind of came from where you tangled him up initially with the lasso. You realize that with this he could have gone in and just stepped through the guard station and caught them off guard, and that's probably how that happened. And make an Arcana check as well.
That's a 19.
19. You remember whenever the like robot cut through the rope? You remember as it cut past you, you felt no magical presence coming from the blade? And you surmise with also JD's discovery that maybe that blade is what killed these guards.
Sir, now that I'm thinking about it more clearly and regaining consciousness, because I had partaken in that substance for a minute or quite a while. But now that I'm coming back to consciousness and thinking through the situation more effectively, when I remember battling with the creature, his weapon that he used to fight us gave away no magical energy, which might be the reason why the guards show no magical damage, but also the shoes that he was might have been some sort of magical plane walking ability that gave him the ability to walk in and out of planes seamlessly, becoming invisible in a sense to our plane if he shifted into another plane, but still making physical effects on our plane. So I don't
That
know.
is frightening. That the no magic you say. If a creature had some sort of capability to nullify magic in a way, that would explain how they were able to defeat Professor Laughingheart, who, as a wizard, entirely relies on her ability to cast spells. And if that were nullified, it would be more than simple enough to capture or even kill her. That explains so much.
Yes,
That
sir.
was one of the big pieces how someone as powerful as her could have been taken. Okay.
And
Well,
you enter that chamber at the bottom that my colleagues were discussing earlier. I was extremely incapacitated when I entered, but I did notice when entering that chamber that there was no magical effects that would like be permitted past entering the chamber. I was writing on a bug or on a thing named Bimley that is Jesse's familiar, I believe. And as soon as I entered into the chamber, Bimley disappeared as if like his magical presence was not allowed to enter. So I think that maybe this room had some sort of non-magic or anti-magic force field in it, sir.
we will investigate this. We'll keep an eye on it. Whenever we can get in, we will try and solve this mystery.
Also,
But-
just for your information, there is a conglomerate of many languages written on all surfaces in the room. And the one phrase that I was able to pick up from outside with translation was, "Who is the one true God?"
So this is what you meant when you asked me earlier.
Yes.
I myself am not exactly knowledgeable on the pantheon of gods, but I'm sure with a little bit more research we could uncover whatever this cult-like language and meaning means. But for now, I am unsure. We'll have Ginky look into it, and Ginky writes this down. And you know that like the language written in the tomes is the same as the language written in the room, so whoever made that room can write this language, which is interesting. And Marianne just kind of sitting there like, wow, this is way over my head, I gotta say. What do you guys think? This is crazy. This is it's wild. I've had a crazy night, and she kind of looks over all of you,
Is she
stopping
still
on
high?
JD for a second.
She's still high?
No,
No.
she's worn off of it at this point.
Okay. You're telling me. You are telling me. You
Oh,
know,
also, just so you guys know, I'm at 10 hit points.
why?
The fight with
Because-
the thing.
We battled something last session and we didn't heal from it. And then
Yeah,
I
you
just
battled
took
the
another
golem.
Yeah, we battled the golem from last session and then I just took another 2 hit points, so now I'm at 10. So I just want to like Krim looks pretty beat at this moment in time. Anyway.
JD pats Krim's head and casts Cure Wounds and heals you for 17.
Yay. to have life again.
He kind of ruffles your hair, and little red thorns poke out and seal up your cuts. And he looks back at Marion, and he's like, "Yeah, it's been a long night. I think it's honestly, I think it's time to go back to our rooms and rest on it. I am proud of how much we found and how much we learned. And even though it's not solved, I feel like we've taken steps very much in the right direction."
Is there anything else you guys would like to talk to the two of them about?
No,
No.
I don't want to talk with all four of us.
Yeah, no, Jesse is very
I don't
much
wanna talk-
antsy to get out of this room.
Professors, Krem is not happy.
Not happy at the professors, or not happy in general?
Just not happy. She's noticeably more unhappy than.
I want to have a scene with Jesse. Just putting that out there. Eventually.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. As you guys step towards the door, Ginky kind of steps in front of you, and Mollywog stands up, and he just pushes the desk to the side. Like, he doesn't step around the desk, he just pushes the desk to the side. And he walks towards you, and he leans down, and he goes, "For my sake and the school's sake, if you embarrass me by just completely upshowing our guards, breaking into areas, trying illicit drugs, trying to lie to me, or anything of that sort, I will expel all of you on the second without a second thought. So just know that."
Of course.
Also, I have something rather interesting to discuss with you. Castio's party came up to me privately, and they were wondering whether they could team up with you for the next exam, which I thought was rather interesting, because I thought he hated you quite a bit, but I guess not. He brought up the fact that his party got the lowest grade on the last exam, and that he thought since your group got the highest grade, he could learn from you. So,
Jesse is like open mouthed, like gasping, like
Yes. Jesse has the biggest
Oh.
shit-eating grin.
JD is actually audibly laughing, like he did not. He told you that. He came to you and asked you that, and you shared that information with me without charge. Oh, you tease! This is Christmas.
I'm going to give him so
well,
much
JD, I don't know
shit.
what it is about you, but I feel inclined to tell you information right now.
My face is just one of those faces.
But I'm leaving that decision up to you, whether or not you would like to take the next exam with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. I'm all about elevating the status of my fellow classmates and their skills and expertise. Love doing that.
The rest of you?
I'll
I'm open
succeed
to
on
the
my
idea.
own, or I'll succeed with.
Go ahead.
Marion kind of looks at you, JD, and she goes, "If that'll make everybody happy, then yeah, I'm okay."
JD is definitely. Is JD aware of this? He's got good insight and good perception.
Yeah, he's pretty much he saw this.
Cool. Cool.
And
He's not doing anything about that, but he sees it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put a hand on Marion's shoulder. If everyone's okay with this, I will go with them.
Excellent. However, they did request no professor on this excursion for your next exam. However, due to recent events, I'm inclined to decline that request.
Yeah,
So
me too.
instead, I'm going to be sending along Professor Brand on your next exam.
Okay.
Oh, amazing.
So, go back to your dorm. Don't cause any more trouble. It's been a long night.
One thing, Mollywog, and
Professor.
JD, Mr. Professor Mollywog, Principal Mollywog. What's your title?
Professor, Principal, Headmaster,
Lord?
whatever you'd like to say.
Okay. Headmaster Mollywog. One more thing, and I mean this with the utmost genuineness. I will not deceive you, and I will not cause harm intentionally, and I will do my greatest effort to not embarrass you. But it is not our fault if your soldiers can't do their jobs.
Damn.
We don't cause trouble. It finds us.
He looks at all of you and he goes, if I find out that you're hiding anything else from me that will cause harm to my students, I'll take care of you personally.
Understood. I don't want to push my luck, but that's partially an intimidation check just to be like,
I
Hey.
thought it might be if you would like to roll it.
okay, and I've still got advantage, so I'm rolling twice. I got a 16.
16. He looks at you and he goes, perhaps the guards do need a bit more rougher training. And he looks at Genki, who makes another note of this, kind of a bead of sweat dripping down his face.
JD respectfully bows his head and does the crossed hands of Ilmater, and he says, "Good night, Professor."